Welcome to Motekar channel. Today we've got a deep dive planned that's really customized for you, especially if you're working on your English and Indonesian vocabulary. Our mission, really, is to zoom in on one particular English idiom, a very descriptive one. We'll break it down linguistically, using both languages to help it stick.
Exactly. And the phrase we're focusing on is Jack in office. It's quite a classic. Our source material uses it to talk about a very specific kind of behavior. And since we know many of you are keen on the Indonesian side too, we'll discuss it in English, but crucially, give those definitions and examples in both languages. Should really help lock it in.
Okay, sounds good. So let's unpack Jack in office. What exactly are we talking about here? What's the core idea? Fundamentally, it's describing someone in a pretty minor role, right? Like a low-level official. In Indonesian, maybe pejabat rendah, or even just pegawai.
Precisely, a pegawai. And the key thing is they abuse that small amount of authority they have. They act arbitrarily, that's sewenang-wenang in Indonesian, or maybe arrogantly, just because of that little bit of power. You know, it goes to their head.
Right. So it's not a neutral term at all.
Oh, definitely not. It's almost always critical. It carries a very negative connotation, bernada negatif. You use it specifically to call out someone who seems to be enjoying their tiny bit of authority way too much, or just, misusing it. It's more of an accusation than just a description.
That makes sense. And, the name itself, Jack. Why Jack? It sounds a bit old-fashioned, maybe. Does the source give any background on that?
It does, yeah. Historically, Jack was often used as a kind of generic name for an ordinary man, especially someone in service, like a servant or a common laborer. Think of it like John Doe today, but specifically for someone of low rank.
Oh, okay.
So using Jack emphasizes that this person isn't high-ranking. They don't have some noble title, which makes the arrogant behavior seem even more out of place, more ridiculous. It's like the common person gets a tiny bit of power and immediately starts throwing their weight around.
Got it. So it really paints a picture. It's like the original term for a petty power trip almost. Okay, let's get to those examples. The source provided some really clear bilingual ones for you listening. Let's start with maybe a common situation, like dealing with minor officials. The source gives this in Indonesian. Petugas parkir itu bertingkah seperti Jack in office. Marah-marahnya karena punya peluit merompi.
That's a perfect little snapshot, isn't it? The power level is minimal.
Yeah.
And the English translation captures that. The parking attendant acted like a Jack in office, yelling just because he had a whistle and a vest.
The whistle and the vest, that's the extent of the authority, but the behavior is, tyrannical.
Exactly. Okay, and then there's a workplace example, which might feel very familiar to some people. The Indonesian example is, banyak orang tidak suka dengan sekretaris itu karena dia seperti Jack in office yang suka memerintah semua orang.
Right, and this touches on workplace hierarchy, doesn't it? The secretary likely doesn't have huge decision-making power.
But they might control access, or schedules, or some small process. Gatekeeping, essentially. And the English version highlights that specific action. Many people dislike that secretary because she behaves like a Jack in office who loves to boss everyone around.
Bossing everyone around. Yeah, that nails it. It's about abusing that small delegated authority. So if we bring this all together, Jack in office isn't just an old phrase. It's actually a really precise linguistic tool. It's like a warning, isn't it? A reminder not to misuse power, even the smallest amount. Menyalahgunakan kekuasaan sekecil apapun, as they say.
Absolutely. It gives us language for a very specific and unfortunately common human failing. And maybe a final thought for you to consider. Think about where else you see this. It's not just a literal office. You might see it at a ticket counter, or maybe someone chairing a small volunteer committee, even online moderators sometimes. This idiom, Jack in office, it gives you a name for that universal tendency for some people to get drunk on just a tiny bit of power. It's a useful piece of vocabulary to have.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.